So today we're going to be talking about pronouns. But before we look at pronouns, I thought it would be good to remember what is a noun. So take a moment to see if you can say, what is a noun? A noun is a word that names a person, a place, a thing, or an animal. Okay, so let's look at a pronoun. A pronoun is a word that can take the place of a noun. That means it replaces the noun. Let's look at an example of that. So here is a sentence or two sentences that say, Sally will play the game. Sally wants to win. Now instead of repeating the name Sally 2 times, maybe we can replace that noun with a pronoun that would still make sense. Let's see. If I replace the noun Sally with the pronoun she, it would still make sense. Sally will play the game. She wants to win. Do you see how I used the pronoun she instead of repeating the word Sally? Let's look at another example. Yesterday, I read my book. I love my book. Well, instead of repeating the noun book 2 times, we can replace it with a pronoun. What pronoun do you think would be a good one to replace the noun book? Yesterday I read my book. I love it. Does it still make sense? Yesterday I read my book. I love it. Yeah, it still makes sense. Okay, so it is the pronoun that we used to replace the noun book. Okay, so here I am going to give you a few pronouns that you could use to replace the nouns. So, he, she, we, you, it, they. There are more pronouns, but these are probably the ones that you are going to see more often. So let's look at this first worksheet. Okay, it says pronouns. Read along with me. You can use your finger to follow along while I'm reading. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun or nouns. The words he, she, it, we, you, and they are pronouns. Okay, let's look at the first example. It says, Carlos is a vet. He helps animals. He takes the place of the noun Carlos. Let's look at the second example where it says Keisha. Remember to follow along. Keisha and Paul are zookeepers. They also help animals. They takes the place of the nouns Keisha and Paul. Okay, so the directions at the top say, write the pronoun that can take the place of the underlined word or words. Use he, she, it, we, or they. Okay, can you read the first sentence? Now, I know I can't hear you, but go ahead and read number 1 out loud. It says, Len Smith has a sick dog. Which pronoun do you think we can use to replace the noun Len Smith? Now, Len is a boy, so which pronoun do you think you can use? You could say, he has a sick dog. Okay, go ahead and read number 2 out loud. It says, Len and I will take the pet to the vet. Now it's talking about 2 people, Len and I. So which of these pronouns do you think could replace those 2 nouns? We. We will take the pet to the vet. Go ahead and read number 3 out loud. It says, people are waiting for the doctor. People are waiting for the doctor. Which pronoun could you use to replace the noun people? They, because people is plural, it's many. They are waiting for the doctor. Okay, go ahead and read number 4. It says, Gina Jones helps the vet. Now, Gina is a girl. So which pronoun could you use to replace the noun Gina Jones? She. You could say, she helps the vet. Okay, read number 5 out loud. It says, put the dog on the table, said Gina. The noun that they are talking about here is the table. Put the dog on, said Gina. It. Put the dog on it, said Gina. And that would still make sense, right? And now read sentence number 6 out loud. It says, Carlos Lopez helped the dog. Carlos Lopez is a boy, so you could use the pronoun he helped the dog to replace the noun Carlos Lopez. Okay, now at the bottom it says, say sentences using the pronouns that you wrote. So I want you to go ahead and actually write these sentences on a whiteboard or on a piece of paper. So use the words he, we, they, she, and it to write sentences with pronouns. Bye!